growing anything here in the desert can be challenging because it's hot and there's dry weather, but it is possible. Professor M.L. Robinson with the University of Nevada Cooperative Extension joins us as always. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I once killed a cactus, so
I've killed a few too.
I'm a desperate need of help, man. You brought some really cool looking plants that could survive pretty well here.
Absolutely. These are called desert roses. They're from the Arabian Peninsula in South Africa, which have really dry climates. They won't grow outside. You can't put them out just as a shrub. They'll die in the wintertime. But they're beautiful. They're coming in to the big box stores even, and you can order them online. They're very beautiful flowering. They have double flowers, single flowers.
Will these flowers stay bloomed, or are these kind of a short bloom kind of plant?
It depends on where you put them.
Okay.
If you have them outside, eastern exposure, you should get a lot of blooms during the summertime, almost black blooms. When I buy them, these are some I just bought, and you can notice the soil is very heavy.
Right.
I repot them into a lighter soil mix that I make up myself, but you can buy a cactus succulent. I also like to repot them and show the caudex. That's the swollen base.
Yeah, this is almost like the iconic part of the plant, right?
Right.
Of the rose is that base. Are the bases, it's just because they can absorb and hold water, kind of like a cactus?
Yes, it's a survival technique. Okay. Absolutely, you're correct
on
that.
There we go. I've been paying attention.
Well, good for you. I love students that pay attention. But they will die in the...
Oh, you can see this one.
Yeah.
It's deflated.
Yes, and what happened was that it got a little too much water in the greenhouse.
Okay.
So when you winter them, you don't want them 100% dry off. You want just a little bit of moisture. Put them in a bright window or in a greenhouse. But if you water them too much, they just kind of die on you, and it's really sad.
And it looks kind of sad. So why the thinner soil? What does that do for
the water goes through very quickly.
Okay, so it doesn't have to fight to try to get water.
What we have to remember is that nurserymen grow in potting soil that's best for them to grow, not necessarily for us as homeowners.
The tough thing for people who don't know what they're doing like me is you think it's hot and dry, you got to water a lot because that water goes away. Is that a good technique, or can you overwater these?
You can overwater them, especially in the cool season.
Sure.
When they're not taking up. In the summertime, if they're outside, it's really hot, and you have well-drained soil, you should water them several times a week.
Okay, so you mentioned that these probably not good in winter. Should we keep them in pots the entire time there?
Yes, I would not put them outside and plant them.
Okay.
They will freeze. But over time, you'll have these really nice, gnarly trunks here. And we were talking before the show, a colleague and friend in New Mexico, it gets much colder there than here.
Right.
He has some that are 4 or 5 feet tall in huge pots, big caudexes, and he schleps them in and out every year, but he loves them. And the only one he's ever really lost was one that was so big he couldn't take it inside, and he tried wrapping it and it froze.
Well, perfect. Well, ML, thank you so much for joining us. Get out and garden, everyone. If you have any questions out there, there is the contact information for the Cooperative Extension. Just give them a call, 257-5555. They will walk you through anything you need. ML, good to see you as always. We'll be right back after this.